Hello, everyone. I'm Serene Mercado, and welcome to the 12th Annual High School Art Show. Tonight, we're going to be presenting all the participants with ribbons and awards, and especially to our first, second, and third place winners in different categories such as ink, photography, oil, acrylic, and watercolors are just some of the categories. So stay tuned. There's interviews and so much more. On Friday, February 22nd, the City Hall Council Chambers was the venue of the 12th Annual High School Art Show and Awards Ceremony. Just last month, we saw some very good artwork from your area elementary school students. At the High School Art Show, you can see just how much young student artists have progressed over the years. The high schoolers' artwork featured many different forms of media, from where they started with pencils, pastels, and chalk, to now acrylic painting and photography. And Buena culinary arts students were also in attendance, offering attendees some of the food they are learning to prepare.
I'm Edgardo Sorto. I'm part of the Buena culinary high school team, and we're here just serving, being part of this activity. We're here, we're just bringing a little bit of our own pastries that we made for ourselves, and we actually have these are some of our own recipes. And we just want to bring them out to the art division here. There's actually a lot of people in the class, and there's actually only a few people in the team, and this is pretty much the whole team. If you ever have an interest in art, but more in the food area, you should try out the Buena High School Food Essential class. You can really get your art really into the food aspect of the whole thing. It's really fun, and it's really worthwhile going to the classes.
I spoke with Arts Commissioner Patricia Mulligan, who told us about this year's event. Here I am with Patricia Mulligan from the Fine Arts Commission, and before this whole award ceremony begins, tell us a little bit about how this program started.
This program began because we wanted to be able to have a way for high school artists to be able to submit the different mediums that they're starting to work on, they're expanding, and be able to recognize them and to give them a chance to show their work and be appreciated.
Absolutely, and so I know that there's some students that did participate and there's some who didn't. Those that didn't, how can they be part of this next year?
What they just have to look out for is to check on our website. We have www.buenaparkfinearts.com. We list all of our upcoming events. They can check with the recreation department. They can also check with their local art teachers, because we do reach out to the surrounding schools and the art teachers to encourage them to have the submissions, to find out what the deadlines are, and to be able to display the work.
And I know you're going to be handing out some really cool gifts. What are some of those prizes that the winners get?
Well, we are very happy that for the elementary art show, we give away different prizes that are art supplies and things that the kids can have fun with. For the high school, we actually give out what teenagers really want, which is money prizes. And we actually, all combined for all the different 5 mediums, we're going to be giving away almost $900.
The program began with opening remarks from Mayor Beth Swith. She was followed by longtime Arts Commissioner Marge Rollins, who remarked about the beginnings of the high school art show.
I was thinking today about the term temperamental artist, and I was hoping I would not meet temperamental artists when I came tonight. Have you ever heard that term? Probably the adults have. When you think of that term, what do you think of? A diva throwing a tantrum, or a Greta Garbo type saying, "I want to be alone"? But I looked on a website today, and there was a concert pianist who had written about the artistic temperament, and she said it really exists, and it includes sensitivity, the ability to dream, imagine, think outside the box, the drive to perform, compose, direct, or write, and seeing one's art as the first priority and actually the only priority. In fact, she said, the most convincing proof to me that I have artistic temperament is simply this, that I can't live without my art. So that's probably true of many of you young people here. And I can tell by the works of art on the wall that you have so much talent and ability. And with an artistic temperament or not, I know that you are expressing yourselves in beautiful ways. And thank you so much for participating in this event. And thank you, parents, for encouraging your students, and teachers not to be overlooked. You also are encouragers, I know. So thank you again for participating in this event.
I just wanted to give you a brief history of the high school art show. Years ago, there was a Buena art guild, and when so many of the members had gotten older, could not drive at night, and some had passed away, sad to say, and we had some money left in our treasury, so the art guild was going to fold, and we talked about it and decided it would be nice to give it to the Fine Arts Commission in order to start a high school art show. It was supposed to be for visual arts, because everybody really concentrates on the children. And we have a K-6 art show. And sometimes the older children just sort of get left behind just a little bit on recognition in that respect. So I brought it to the commission. The commission thought it was a good idea, so the money was turned over and it was used for the prizes. Our first art show, as you can see, was 12 years ago. And to show you how it has grown, the first art show had maybe 5 or 6 paintings, and that was it. And it has grown from there. I'm so proud of all of you. I really am. And the artwork is just phenomenal. So keep it up and welcome. And my congratulations to all of you. You did a wonderful job. Thank you.
It was soon time for the awards to be given out in each category, which include pencil, pastel, chalk, photography, ink, oil, acrylic, and watercolor. Special congratulations to all the winners of this year's High School Arts Show. Let's take a look at some of the beautiful artwork on display and talk with a few of the winners of this year's High School Art Show. Okay, and here we are in the category of watercolors. We have a third place winner. Congratulations. What's your name and what school do you go to?
Zarina Verghese, and I go to Oxford Academy.
So talk to us about this piece and why did you choose watercolor?
I'm like really comfortable with watercolors and I like it a lot.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about this piece here.
It's just like a country scene kind of with peaches.
So did you create it out of your imagination? Did you do a setup? Did you look at a picture? How did you go about to start this piece?
I kind of looked at a picture and yeah.
So why do you like art? Why did you want to participate in this contest?
I just like art is like a stress reliever, kind of, so it's fun.
And so how would you encourage other kids to be part of it if they also enjoy it, but, haven't been part of a contest?
They can just try to submit their artwork, and even if they don't win, it's still fun and for the next years.
Absolutely. And so who do we have here? Who's this gentleman?
My dad.
Your dad. How do you feel that your daughter got third place in watercolor?
It's exciting. She shows a lot of skills, and I don't know where she gets it. Neither of us do any artwork. I wish I had that talent when I was going to school. So I'm really excited and proud of her for doing all the work.
So one of the categories is ink, and here we have the first place winner in this category. So Nicole Larkin, congratulations, first of all. Tell us a little bit about your piece here.
I used an ink pen to do it, and I also used a photograph of Albrecht Dürer's rhinoceros, and then I just sort of did it on my own.
And so this technique, like how does one start with it, or do you sketch, or how does one begin with ink?
What I did was I sketched the rhinoceros first, and then I started to fill in all the details based on the painting.
Okay, we can see that there's so many little tiny details. So how long did it take you to create this piece?
About a month.
About a month?
Yes.
And is this one of your favorite mediums, ink, or what else do you like to do in art?
I also like to use watercolor. I sometimes use colored pencil.
Yeah. And so were you surprised about winning first place?
Yeah. I usually don't share my art often.
So how does it feel now that you get to, share with everyone? I mean, you're obviously a very talented young girl, so how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel nice.
yet another category. This is acrylic and oil, and we have one of the participants, Rachel Gonzalez. Rachel, how are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you have this really adorable piece here. What is it titled?
Spoiled princess.
Is that you in this picture?
I guess you could say. Just a little.
Yeah, I see a little resemblance. So tell us a little bit about using acrylic and oil and why you like art as well and why you use that medium.
Well, I joined AP Art at the beginning of this semester because I didn't want to take painting and drawing. And so I have this teacher, and he's just basically put paint in front of us, and we're like, I've never painted before in my life. And I was like, oh, so I started doing a bunch of random paintings because I just couldn't figure it out. And finally I got it, I guess. And that's the only reason I use acrylic right now is because all of our pieces right now have to be paintings. And so I'm trying to get used to it right now.
So what is something else that you would like to eventually learn in art? Is there another medium that you're looking forward to use?
I'm really involved with like charcoal and pencil, but the ones I entered in are acrylic because that's the only thing I'm doing right now. But I'm mostly acrylic and not acrylic, pencil and charcoal are my two favorites.
Okay. And so is this your first year participating in the art show, the high school art show?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. And so how has been your experience so far? How do you feel showing off your artwork?
It's nice, I guess, but I like looking at other people's artwork better than...
So we're going to see your works here next year as well, right?
Oh, most definitely.
So another medium that students use is charcoal, and here we have the first place winner. Congratulations. What's your name and what school do you go to?
I'm Gabriel Brenner, and I go to Orange County School of the Arts.
And I hear that you're very well known here. You've participated in the art show. How many years?
Since 5th grade, so 7? I think 7.
Oh, so and you've also been winning, correct?
A couple times, yeah.
Times. So tell us about, first of all, I want to know a little bit about you and why do you enjoy art? And when you first started, what was it that just inspired you to, to start this medium of art?
Well, I've been doing art since as early as I can remember. One of my first memories was actually drawing on the wall with like a dirty finger or something. Oh. Yeah, so that's probably...
Where's Mom?
I'm sorry, Mom. But I do art because I feel like it's an extension of the soul, or extension of the body itself. Like it's just another extremity, I guess, and it's a way to express myself when I have no other way to do so.
Mm-hmm. So in this particular piece, you titled it "Don't Leave Me Alone, Along with My Thoughts." So tell us about this piece and why you titled it that way.
Well, I found this picture that I really loved, and it was of this woman with this furrowed brow, and she looked like she was very, very contemplative and vexed about something, and she looked like she was really plagued by her own psyche. And and also junior year I fell in love with film photography, and I feel like film photography has the ability to show truth much more than the human eye does. And with this, I wanted to show the pain and the hurt that this woman was going through this unbiased eye, which is the film camera, and this is what came of it.
Wow, that's very deep. Wow, thank you so much for sharing. And so we know you're a senior this year, and you won't be participating in next year. But what are your plans? Are you going to continue in art wherever you move on next?
Definitely going to continue in art. I applied to several art schools, but I think I'm going to end up going to either Laguna College of Art and Design in Laguna Canyon or Maryland Institute College of Art in Baltimore. And I'm going to major in drawing and painting there and eventually go on to teach, hopefully.
Awesome. Well, we would love to see you here. Maybe be a guest speaker and encourage, our students here. So thank you so much. Congratulations on your first place, and we definitely would love to see you again. So here we are with Emily Chung. Emily, so we see that you are a third place winner in a very interesting category. It's ink. Tell us a little bit about your art piece.
It's mostly made of from ink, and then I watered down the acrylic a lot, so I added that after I did the ink part. And I finished it relatively fast in like 3 to 4 days, I think.
So you titled it Into the Wild. Why choose that title with this image?
As you can see, there's a lot of animals on the bottom of the dress, and I kind of designed the dress to be made out of leaves, so I thought it would be appropriate.
So I see that connection with the wild, and it's a fabulous dress. Are you thinking of going into fashion design, perhaps?
Yeah, actually I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say to other, young high school students or even elementary students who are, barely starting to find out that they like art and that they have a talent?
I would tell them to just sketch a lot and practice, because obviously no one's really great at first, but the more you practice, the better you become.
So I hope you've all enjoyed this beautiful artwork as much as I have. And for those of you who want to participate next year, just ask your high school and you'll find out how. Thank you for joining us for the 12th Annual High School Art Show. Reporting for Inside Buena Park, I'm Serene Mercado. Before we go, here are a few activities we would like you to know about. Don't forget, the Buena Park Youth Theater is holding auditions for Guys and Dolls this March 2nd and 3rd. The annual Spring Extravaganza will be held at Buena Park on Saturday, March 30th. And the Children's Art Festival and 5th Annual Junior High School Art Show will be held at the Ehlers Community Recreation Center on Friday, April 19th. And don't forget the concerts in the park this summer at Buena Park. You can find out all about that information and more by visiting the city website at buenapark.com and at buenaparkfinearts.com. It's going to be a great year for the city of Buena Park.